Welcome to ECNTRADE Daily Video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration. Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you for joining me. Overnight the markets were relatively calmer after the Australian dollar slowly settles in front of that level of 68.8085 and currently trades around 67.5. What actually eased some of the pressure was the US economic data that was released for the US Producer Price Index for August, which fell 0.1% from the prior month, which somewhat relieving the inflationary pressure. Looking ahead, all eyes turn to Australia for the job number, and also on Friday we get a speech from Governor Phil Lowe from the RBA. The Australian employment change or unemployment numbers forecast is expected to see 35,000 jobs added last month, and the unemployment rate is expected to hold around 48-year low, around 3.4. In light of the pattern, I feel that the technicals are still somewhat holding up and therefore should see a slow gain towards 67.65 challenge and maybe beyond there up towards 68.0515. It is viewed from there would need to be breached to support the market back towards those highs around 69 cents. Looking at the euro, the market was somewhat lackluster as the dollar index, which measures the greenback strength against a basket of 6 major currencies, ended flat. That is around 109.55. Looking at the euro though, I like the way these technicals are still somewhat holding, and therefore I feel we could see a rise up towards that 100.15 and maybe on towards the downtrend, which is around 101.6080. In view of any weakness, the market should respect the level around 99.5 to 98.80. The dollar yen was relatively heavy overnight, coming from away from those highs seen around 145, and it was viewed that it could see the Bank of Japan intervene. There was no report of that. Nevertheless, the market is a bit nervous up at that top side, as we did see back in 1998 an intervention, and therefore with the technicals still somewhat heavy, could see a continuation to this downward slide as the market now looks towards 142.45 as a potential target. Sterling edging higher, but not quite clearing that resistant level, which was around 115.85. Nevertheless, I feel the market is still holding up and could see another challenge there. A clearance and a close of New York above 115.85 would reinstate the upside to 117 to 118. Gold still somewhat weak after the market turned around sharply and still looking to the downside as a vulnerable challenge to 1,680 to 85. Reassess from there. Like previously back in July, we did see good demand coming back into the market, and also over the period of August and early September there has been a little bit of evidence of demand as well. If we do see a rebound from this level, then I expect to see the market look back towards 1,730. And in light of the technicals being a little bit weaker, a close beneath 1,680 would expose the region down to 1,635.40 area. Finishing up with oil, but the market is still pressing to that top side as we look now towards the resistance around 88.5. Not quite clearing it as yet, but if seen, would give further indication to the upside to $91 a barrel. A rejection would put the market back on focus to 81. In light of the pattern, it is weak, so it really depends on how this market plays out in the next 12 hours. And if it is weaker, then that should give us a little bit more confidence in the market that the bears are coming back. That wraps it for the morning. Thank you very much for joining me. As always, look out for the intraday report. I hope you enjoyed a great start to the day.